being a beneficial presence on the planet. Simply, we are here for God.
Good morning, Agape. Our selected reading is taken from The Motherhood Evolution by Susie Lula. She's right there. It can be found on page 163 and is entitled, Meditation is the Heart of Self-Care. Our relationship with ourself is the most intimate relationship we will ever have, and yet most of us go through our lives estranged from our authentic self, and open the heart so that we can experience true being with ourselves, true intimacy with our truest self, our highest nature. Meditation is the most powerful technology we have to create awareness of this union with ourselves. Communing with the silence has the uncanny ability to shift through the many layers of habits and conditioning, restoring us to our true, authentic nature, our original, innocent essence. A full heart invites an illumined mind. Rather than trying to quiet the mind, simply allow the heart to open. Our mind seeks to fix, whereas the heart knows to embrace. Residing in our heart allows the stress, pressure, and anxiety that we place upon ourselves to gracefully fall away. In this way, the heart works in tandem with the breath. Our breath being the ultimate connector, the one breath that breathes all life. Let us turn within for a moment of prayer. How grateful I am for this day, for this moment, for this opportunity that has never been before and shall never be again. How grateful I am for the cosmic connector that has drawn forth all of creation to this point in eternity. And for all of the infinite expressions that realizes itself and appears as. Those that are streaming in over technology, those that are listening audibly, those that are in this physical space. I'm recognizing the one power, the one presence, the eternal life that has brought forth all into this now moment. It is my life, and there has never been a moment when it was not. As I know this about my life, I know it is truth about us all. We are that one life, fully expressed, fully orbed, shaped, and formed, the divine shot forth from eternity into the now. I bless it, for it appears in this moment now as this service, as the music, as the word, as the people that we are sitting next to. This magnificent congregational gathering is in celebration of life eternal, and I'm in celebration of all those that are here today. For the word is flowing through Reverend Michael, the word of life, the word of truth, nothing unfiltered. It is pure light, pure love. And oh, how grateful I am that the ancestral realm is proclaiming the goodness of this day. It is great, grand, and glorious. I know that it is so, and so it is. Amen.
Thank you, Brother Jason. Soon to be Reverend Jason Mitchell shortly. He is in the school, but I'm not pushing him into something that he hasn't decided already. Trying to see what's next. I think I'm supposed to welcome you guys, huh? Welcome everybody to, what is it? Is that what I'm doing? Okay. Hey, welcome to Agape, everyone. This wave at the love streamers, those who are tuning in from around the globe. We appreciate everyone as we presence everyone here, right here in the sanctuary. And if you're here for the first time at Agape, I'd like you to stand up that we may welcome you. On this 5th of May, 2019. While so many bottom floor, on the top floors. Our guest relation team is finding you right now, and they're going to give you a note of love. And that note of love is from all of us. As you're receiving that note of love, feel this spiritually homeopathic dose of love. We extend our hearts through our hands. We extend the power of the universe through our voice, right seeing through our third eye. And we say this: welcome to Agape. We recognize you. We see who you truly are. In spiritual image in the very likeness of God. A unique emanation of love, beauty, and divine intelligence. Truly, you are one of a kind, wonderful, magnificent, brilliant, luminous, unfolding genius. And today we're celebrating your very existence. We are celebrating your infinite potential. We appreciate you and we thank God for you. Welcome to Agape! Hug somebody. Shake somebody's hand.
God is good, yes. My God is good. My God is good always. All the kingdom of heaven sings. God is good, yes. My God is good. My God is good always. All the kingdom of heaven sings. God is good, yes. Hallelujah. My God is good always. All the angels of the earth sing. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. God is good.
That is the unequivocal, absolute truth. For those of you here for the first time, hopefully you got your hug on, because we are the original hug lice. Holy universal presence in a hug. We have Aquila Graham is here. She's one of our great practitioners here at Agape, does tremendous work in the world and is a great actor as well, and a working actor, I might add. She's going to highlight some of the wonderful happenings at Agape.
Good morning. Thank you so much, Dr. Beckwith. Good morning, beautiful community. Please do read your bulletins and visit the Agape website at agapelive.com for more details on all of these activities and events. Today, Alice's Quiet Mind Bookstore is hosting a book signing with our own Agape practitioner and Board of Trustees member, Susie Lula. Susie, please stand. Yeah. Woo! Love you, Susie. Susie will be doing a book signing of her international best-selling book, The Motherhood Evolution, How Thriving Mothers Raise Thriving Children. Today, right after each service, well, right after this service now, and it makes a great Mother's Day gift, and Susie is donating all of the proceeds from the sale of her book to Agape. Thank you. So it's a win-win for everyone. Also today, now, are you interested in experiencing prayer in a whole new way? Yes? Yes, okay. Then join the graduating practitioner class of 2019 at 2 p.m. for their Vibration of Prayer workshop, a fun, interactive, experiential journey into affirmative prayer. Everyone is welcome to this free workshop, and the location is the 5th floor of the Saban Tower, Hamilton Street entrance. Love donations accepted, and for questions, please go to the table in the lobby. Also today, Agape en Espanol invites you to join us for an afternoon of bilingual spiritual study and fellowship at 2 p.m. We gather the first Sunday of each month from 2 to 3 p.m. and we will meet upstairs in room A. Come and strengthen your spiritual practice with like-minded people by praying affirmatively, meditating, and visioning for God's highest vision for your life. For more information, also go to the table in the rotunda. Now, One from the Heart is delighted to renew our service to the community through our crisis support clinic. Meet us tomorrow night on the 5th floor of the Saban office building. It runs from 5 to 7 p.m. Be inspired by a mini counseling session with a licensed practitioner, and it is offered on a love offering basis. And directly following the clinic, laughter yoga facilitated by Agape practitioner Martin Leach is back in session. So get your laughter on in the same location on the 5th floor of the Saban office building. And for more information, please go to the One from the Heart table in the rotunda. Now join us for a powerful Sunday service on May 26th with our special guest speaker, Brother Ishmael Tete. Brother Tete is a spiritual master, African mystic, international speaker, and founder and spiritual director of the Ephraim Mission in my hometown of Ghana, West Africa, a trans-denominational metaphysical organization that's dedicated to self-awareness and study of the natural sciences, and it is also Agape's sister church. This will be followed by his workshop, Cosmic Emergence, right that afternoon at 2:30 p.m. Learn the spiritual principles, practices, and life tools necessary for accessing your cosmic good and living in alignment with your true divine nature. So here's
of Ephraim Mission, the Church of Spiritual Empowerment based in Ghana. I'm here in Agape, my sister ministry, and on 26th May, I'll be speaking in both services. And at 2:30 the same day, offer a workshop on cosmic emergence. Popular spirituality has taught us that we have come into the world to fulfill our purposes, and also all power is within us. Nature's spirituality teaches us that you have not come into the world, you have emerged from the path. The power is from without. You see, the wave cannot know itself except from the ocean that it has emerged from, and the fruit cannot know its power except from the tree that it has emerged from. And you can only know yourself from the creative love intelligent universe that is here as you. I welcome you. Sunday, 26th May, join me in Agape and let us evolve our soul according to nature. Because until you know you according to nature, you do not know you. And you cannot discover your power unless you are aligned with nature. Welcome and see you.
all right. So you have heard from Brother Ishmael, you cannot know yourself until you know yourself through nature. So you must come, eh? This event will also be live streamed, so register today on our website or at the registration table outside. And then Reverend Michael and Agape are happy to welcome back powerful guest speaker Matt, June 16th, for both services, the 9 and 11:30 a.m. services, as she speaks on the topic, The Spirit of America, with signings of her new book following each service. And then save the date and make a plan to attend on June 23rd, when we welcome back our host, Minaj Desai. The Reverend Michael's radio show, Wake Up, the Sound of
It's 19, not 16.
Transformation, will be preempted this Friday, May 10th, for special KPFK Fund Drive programming. A new episode of Wake Up will return next Friday, May 17th. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Julio. Reverend Julia Kaplan is coming forth.
Earlier, I sang Walk With Me, Lord, and I felt my right foot on the floor. Well, I broke the strap of the shoe, but I'm thankful and grateful that I listened to and heard Most High say, take your other shoes, my comforts. So I'm comfortable. And you all can join in with our phenomenal musicians. Everybody that's just fabulous. Moving through corridors of my mind. See many faces that I do. Some are good, others are not so kind. Love opens a way for me. Lifetimes past, yes, so clear moving. Gotta keep moving on. Gotta keep moving. Gotta keep moving. Gotta keep moving. Change. I wanna tell you that in a twinkling of an eye, if you're standing still, life is gonna pass you by. So you gotta keep moving, gotta keep moving, gotta keep moving on, gotta keep moving, gotta keep moving, gotta keep moving on. Move on up higher, move on up higher. Why? Got to keep moving up, got to keep moving up, got to keep moving up. Yeah, got to keep moving up. Friends and relations, you're looking at me so strange. Asking questions about a woman life seems so rapidly changing. I wanna tell you that in a twinkling of an eye, good says if you're just standing still, life is gonna pass you by. So you gotta keep moving, gotta keep moving, gotta keep moving on. Ooh, gotta keep moving, sing children, gotta keep moving, gotta keep moving on. Move on up higher, move on up, sing children. Move on higher, why? You gotta keep moving up. Yeah, got to keep moving up. Get up, children. Got to keep moving up. Oh, got to keep moving up. Got to keep moving up. Got to keep moving up. Don't you want to move with me? Moving up. I know you want to keep moving up. Don't let nothing stop you. Moving up. Nobody and nothing can stop you now. Moving up. We know that with this. Moving up. keep moving on. Moving on. Keep it up, children. Move it, you wanna move. Move it. Sing it, children. Move it. 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 I'm feeling it. Thank you for sharing while I'm feeling it. Keep moving up, yeah. Got to keep moving up. Don't you wanna move, children? Got to keep moving up. Oh, that's good, right? Moving up. Moving up. Yeah, you deserve the best. And nobody less up. Don't let nobody put your best on you. You're powerful. You're strong. You're mighty. You're looking like God. You're looking like God. Yeah. Got to keep moving up. 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 We just gonna take this moment. Got to keep moving up. Got to keep moving up.
The ones that got feet is the reason why we ball. Don't forget for land, the ones that took a fall. They hung high on trees that cross. Simplistic treason was the cause. I rebel and go to where I come from. Be not afraid, the truth will make them run. I rebel and go to where I come from. Be not afraid, the truth will make them run. One eye for the sight. 2 eyes for the fight. Head shall roll is what they proclaim. Call us pawns an insane chess game. Damn, where it all began. Dirt land, the first man, using the flame rock, trying to stop that spark that was in his heart like the flame. Not the great blows of fire. We're taking you high and crack, get rid of the drugs. Fool, one, they don't want to move. For control the desires, come at you. I'ma take you break, then hold you into new shape. Like an earthquake, boom, bringing them down. Straight with the food, not getting swollen, things rolling back up. Come on, got to keep moving on. Senior back with this. Reverend Dr. Michael back with. Reverend June Giuliani's. Beyond the two is gone.
All right. Thank you. Got to keep moving up. Keep moving up. Thank you, everybody. We love you, honey. Thank you, man. Thank you.
Got to keep moving up. Reverend Julia Gatlin. You have to keep moving up. David Odom. Jasper Squire. Playing on this thing. Big Bad. Dallas. Rashid Lami here, back from South Africa. This is the Agape House Band. That's Reverend Joe. Somebody scream about it. You got to keep moving up. You fall down, look up. Give him some love, please. Extend your consciousness and embrace this entire congregation, because this congregation is in your field of awareness. There might appear to be distance, but that a distance is an illusion. because time is the measurement of the distance between objects, but there's no distance between your souls. So you can extend your consciousness right now and embrace everyone here, including those who are streaming, and feel a deep sense of gratitude for everyone who is tuning in right now, because we're creating a high tide consciousness that are lifting the entire books of this planet. We're raising the field of awareness. Look at the person next to you and let them represent everyone in this room and everyone that's live streaming. They are a divine composite spiritual idea containing everything that God is. Look at that being, not the back of their head. Look at that being and say to them, my. Oh my God. There is such rich beauty in you. There's such power in you. There's love and joy in you. Divine intelligence is you. Standing free to make a mighty difference on this planet and to help change the world for the divine, what's the word I'm looking for, multidimensional universes and living biology as you, to reveal the infinite nature of God, always expanding, always unfolding, and moving without. There is such rich beauty in you. Obstacle or a hindrance, always being itself. To be in alignment with that flow is to be in flow motion. It means to come into harmony with that kind of flow, so that you're not mentally trying to make something happen. You're not forcing things into being. You're not manipulating from the lower frequency of that particular word, but you're in flow motion, so that the will of God, which is always for a greater expression of life, mind you, you don't have to become a theologian to discover the will of God. The will of God is that there's more life, more love, more beauty, more joy, more generosity, more creativity. That's the will of God. And so when you're in flow motion, then you discover that even before you ask, that which is given, you receive. You discover that beyond your present paradigm, gifts flow into your life, and you, as a spiritual being having a human incarnation, are to come into flow motion. Now, one of the ways that occurs is, as the topic of the day would bring you into, is outrageous dream leads to contagious meme. Outrageous dream leads to contagious meme. Let me tell you what a meme is. I don't mean the things on your Instagram. A meme is something that enters into the culture from one individual to another without any genetic connection, so that it becomes a part of the culture, it becomes a part of the world, it becomes a part of our particular experience, but there's no genetic connection. It's not passed on hereditarily or biologically. It's a meme that happens. For instance, a number of years ago, there was an island off the shores of Japan in which scientists were researching the rhesus monkey. And you may have known, many of you know about the 100th monkey theory, but these particular monkeys would eat their yams, and one such monkey decided to wash her yams before she ate them, thus brushing off the sand. After a while, the monkeys around her started washing their yams off, until the population on that particular island, about 80%, were washing their yams. And then on an island miles away, not connected to that particular island, was not contiguous at all, monkeys spontaneously started washing their yams without any connection to the monkeys on the first island. It was a meme that got carried into the culture without them touching each other. We are here. Oh, by the way, just as an aside, that first monkey was a woman. It was a girl. And numbering among the 20% that didn't change, they were all got. Stuck in their ways. I'm not washing my yam, baby. We've done it this way all the time. It's tradition. You see, we're gonna do it this way because this is the way my grandmother did it, and this is the way. No. A new meme was introduced into monkey culture. You see, and so we are here to have an outrageous dream to lead to a contagious men. And so we're called upon, as in our spiritual technology, to have outrageous dreams. Dreams that are beyond our present paradigm, dreams that somewhat scare us, dreams that take us out of the comfort zone of our way of thinking, dreams that somewhere along the line we might even think is impossible for us, because as a direct expression, an emanation of the expression of life, the expression of God, we have come to break free from the status quo. We didn't come here to walk lockstep into status quo and to live history. We're to walk and break the paradigms of our particular society and our particular world, so that we're living in the mystery of unfolding. That happens through an outrageous dream that you can't do by yourself, that seems to be impossible, but it stretches your paradigm so that the flow motion can begin to take over, the infinite presence of God coming into its own as your very life and being. So we are here to open ourselves up and begin to think about something that almost seems impossible. I was saying in the earlier service that I was listening to a radio program, and they were talking about Kobe Bryant and Rob Pelinka. And they, a number of years ago, Rob Pelinka was Kobe Bryant's agent. And they had an outrageous dream session. Won an Oscar, and I went on my own studios, and Rob Pelinka said, I want to be a general manager of a basketball team. I want to be the general manager of the Lakers. Well, as you know, 2018, Kobe got an Oscar. Rob Pelinka is now the general manager of the Lakers. This was a number of years ago when he was an agent and Kobe was a basketball player. They had this outrageous dreaming that absolutely came into creation and manifested. Something at the time, people would have said, no, Pelinka, you're an agent. You're not going to be a general manager of a team, and not even the Lakers. Kobe, what you going to get an Oscar in? Come on, man. You can act on the court. I was fouled, but you're not going to get an Oscar for that. It became absolute substance of their life and being. You want to have an outrageous dream, and regardless of the fact of that particular dream coming true, you just having the courage to dream at that level begins to work something within you that frees you from walking in the status quo, frees you from limiting yourself to what has already happened, frees you from your comfort zone of what you know you can do, because most people only go for what they know they can achieve. They don't go for what seems to be impossible in that moment, so they end up walking in the status quo of the society, reliving in history what other people have done over and over and over again, when the mystery within us has us loaded and coated with the power and the presence and the love and the intelligence, that which we call God, that wants to know itself as your life. The presence of God wants to know itself as your life. Look to your neighbor and say, you are the only you. Look to the individual on the other side. You are the only you. In front and behind you, you are the only you. Now, this is very, very important. You're the only you. There ain't no other you. Okay? So why is that important? The presence that is never an absence doesn't do do-overs, doesn't repeat itself. Got you right the first time. The presence of God is infinite. Okay? Now check this out. So the presence of God that recreated you after its own image and likeness, you being the only you that there will ever be, the presence of God wants to know itself as your potential being activated as you. The presence is pure intelligence, pure love, pure power, infinite good, but it wants to know itself as pure love, intelligence, beauty, prosperity, harmony, generosity. It wants to know all those qualities, but it wants to know it as your life. And if you don't do you, you won't be done, you see? And so in order for you to do you, you have to break free from the mental constraints that you may have consciously or unconsciously placed upon yourself. by tying yourself merely into what society has done, merely into what your family has done, merely into what the educational system tells you, merely, or diseducational, merely what religion has told you. You have to have a dream that takes you and expands you beyond what you think you can achieve, so that you're stretched from the inside out. Outrageous dream. And then you must hear the words, thou shalt not steal. In other words, you shall not steal anyone else's dream. What I mean by that is, if someone is overflowing with possibility, you're not to say, that's impossible. You can't do that. Are you crazy? That's never been done before. Oh no, you're too black, you're too white, you're too straight, you're too gay. You don't even have a gender. No, listen. Don't steal someone else's dream. If you can't come into agreement, don't say nothing. I can remember my dad, who passed today, while I was praying for him in that second service, and I can remember he was a probation officer raising 3 boisterous little boys. And he had a dream of being an attorney. And his friends said, you too old, man. You got 3 kids and a wife. How are you going to go to school? And he went anyway. He was the oldest person in his law school. Graduated, became an attorney, and retired as a judge. That's Francis Beckwith Jr. Outrageous. Mel, where's my man? Mel Longmire's over there. Mel knows what I'm talking about. He had an outrageous dream, and some of his boys said, oh, you too old, man. Come on, man. You got 3 kids. What you gonna do? I was in high school. I used to wake up and go to the kitchen, and he'd be studying under the light. You know, his law stuff. And then he'd go to work. Come home and then he'd go to law school at night and then study. I don't know when the man slept, but his outrageous dream came true. Attorney, and then he passed on as Judge Beckwith. Listen, don't try to steal anyone's dream. Thou shalt not steal anyone's enthusiasm, anyone's dream, anyone's possibility thinking. And then you'll discover that you will not leave the future to chance. The future will be left to choice. Your moment by moment choosing of a higher order of being. Your moment by moment choosing of higher possibility. Your moment by moment choosing of a greater dream, and that will begin to operate on you, so that the you that is here now, I'm talking about the personality you, I'm talking about the constrained you, I'm talking about the conditioned you that's been conditioned by society, conditioned by education, conditioned by religion, that you will begin to change and shift and become a whole new energetic that can carry the cosmic energy in a way that will change your life, and then you will discover bliss. You will discover ecstasy. You will discover the joy of becoming yourself and not being lockstep in history. Oh, the mystery will be so good for you. And the choice, rather than chance, will take over your life. I'm telling you what I know here. I'm telling you what I know. I can remember a number of years ago, camping up at Pacific Palisades, sleeping outside. I don't do that too much anymore, but when do I have the time to do that? Anyway, I can remember a shooting star went by, and I was with my boy Al Black, and I said, one day I'm going to have a spiritual community in which all walks of people are going to be there. We're going to celebrate the divine presence. It's going to be a transformational community where people from all walks of life are going to be able to hang out and celebrate together. It was way before anything manifested, but it was at the time an outrageous dream. Now, publicly speaking, publicly teaching for 40 years, I have seen things that I said years ago that look kind of weird to people, now becoming central in the conversation of our culture. The meme has changed. The meme has become contagious. Everyone knows that the presence of God is within you. Pretty much everyone knows that God is not way out there, but God is here. The in here God and the out there God is the same God. Everyone knows by now that your thoughts are units of mental energy that transmute themselves into speech and behavior, perception and experience. Everyone knows by now that you can change your point of view, change your perception, and change your experience. Everyone knows by now that you don't have to live by fate, but that there's a great destiny within you, locked and loaded, and that you can set it free. This has become a meme of our society. It has become contagious. We are to be outrageous and contagious, meaning that your tribe, when you begin I have an outrageous dream, and your tribe begins to catch that you're serious about this, that you have a reverence about possibility, you have a reverence about potential, and you become contagious, and they begin to catch it. Your conversations will be overflowing with possibility. Your conversations will be overflowing with potential. You will not allow history to relegate yourself to that which cannot be done. You will be so contagious that when you come together and hang out with each other, you will speak about, oh, what if this could occur? I remember me and Nirvana Gail laying on the ground looking at the stars when we were 11 and 12 years old. And we had come through a kind of a racist event in which we were called names. A bunch of stuff had happened. I'm not going to go into all that. But I remember us looking up in the stars, and we made a vow to change the world for the better. To just, you know what? We're 11 or 12 years old. We can do this. We can do this. And I've watched as that dream has unfolded. Do not steal anyone's dream. When my son was about 6 or 7 years old, and him and his boy Jamal Harris, the son of John Harris, one of my good friends, we had signed them up for a little basketball league. I mean, they're real types. And so I'm driving them to Robinson Park. Robinson Park doesn't exist anymore. I'm driving them to the park, and all of a sudden, Kilu, my son, leans over and says, "Dad." I said, "Yeah." He said, "Is dunking legal in this league?" I'm thinking, I said, "Yes." And him and Jamal started slapping five. "Oh man, dunking's legal, dunking's legal." Now, I did not steal the dream. I didn't say, "Man, hopefully you can just get the ball up to the basket. Hopefully you can dribble a little bit. I don't think you're ready to dunk yet." No, I just said, "Yes, dunking is legal." It would have been spiritually illegal for me to steal that enthusiasm, to give him small R reality. No, you're a little bit too small to dunk, guy. Think about getting the ball up to the basket first. All I said was, "Yes, dunking's legal." And they went crazy with enthusiasm. And so listen, you're to have an outrageous dream. The dream breaks you free from your present paradigm. Paradigm simply means way of thinking. The way you think determines your experience. It breaks you free. There's a moment by moment transformation that happens from within out. And you begin to hear the wisdom and guidance of not the dream deferred, but you begin to hear the wisdom and guidance of your destiny that's calling you. And then it will inform you intuitively as to the logical steps to take, step by step, to bring that dream into manifestation, even if the dream shifts a bit because you're growing and unfolding and developing, you will have transformed. In that little comfort zone you might have been living in, only doing what you thought you can do. You did not come here to do that, to do what you think you can do. You came to do the impossible, what you think you can't do. You're here to see the invisible, a vision that can't be caught by your five senses. You're here to hear the inaudible, the wisdom and guidance that your ears can't hear, but your heart hears all the time and is trying to tell you something, if you will but listen. Outrageous dream. Contagious mean. You'll become so righteously contagious that you will be the individual that help shift the society at its core. Just as the memes that I was teaching years ago were kind of occult and kind of outside the box, are now sent front and center in our teaching here in the planet. The millennials know they're born with this stuff. Listen, you will be rooted in society, but inspired and pulled by that which is beyond the societal pullings. You will begin to be lifted into an area within your own awareness of such good and such potential and such possibility. I want you to stand. Now, those who can't, it's okay. You're going to still do the same exercise. You're just going to do it sitting down. But you just stand up for a moment and say it with me right now. I'm having an outrageous dream. I'm becoming contagious. My dream is outrageous. My prosperity is outrageous. My health is outrageous. Oh, my wholeness is outrageous. I'm an outrageous genius. Everything is working together for my good. I feel it in my bones. Oh, scream about it. Now, move your body a little bit. Little music is going to play. And you're going to feel it. Right here. Let me see you. Let's move. This felt endorphins. It was a tonic chemical. Take a breath right here. Put a smile on your face. We're breaking free from our little self. We're breaking free. Listen. As we're lifted up into the spiritual domain, we begin to see a little differently. There's a broadcast going on. This broadcast comes in within you. The song I'm singing. Sing it. There's something within you that wants to express. Something within you that wants to come forward. You're anointed and appointed by the Spirit as the image and likeness of the divine reality. As we make in that domain, we bring heaven to earth and a spiritual practice. Wake up! Hey, here you go! I'm taking an adventure. Paradise. Guess what? I'm taking you with me. I'm activating my spiritual stimulus package. I'm taking an adventure in paradise. Somebody scream. It begins with an awareness that your source and you. And in the force, we're fueled and funded, man, by the presence of God within us. It never runs out. It never runs out. Essence. It's your essence. Your life. Your divine spiritual stimulus package. Here you go. Activate the gifts of divinity within you. It's to express them. You will express them. I'm dancing for my dad. Feel it in your bones. Take the holy breath and take it yourself. I'm taking an adventure in paradise. Woo! And guess what? I'm taking you with me. I'm activating my spiritual stimulus. I'm activating my spiritual stimulus package in paradise. Come on, listen to this. In order to have this stimulus package, stop looking outside. Stop looking outside. Become still and listen. And The inner ear is everywhere. It is everywhere. Why don't we see that? I'm telling you. As the music starts to come down, as you're feeling it in your body, you feeling it? Keep those hands up for a moment and say, I feel it. I feel one with life. I feel one with joy. I feel one with harmonious prosperity. I feel one with absolute joy. I feel one with all of my needs met. I'm contagious. I'm radioactive. I'm outrageous. I'm contagious. I'm radioactive. I'm outrageous. I'm contagious. I'm radioactive. Take a holy breath right here. Release. Breath. Release. Breath. Release. One more time, breath. Sustain your breath right at the apex, right there. In other words, hold the breath a little bit. Take a little bit more air in. Now let yourself dream the wildest dream. That is, allow yourself to dream yourself so healthy. Just whatever the doctors have said. Just dream of well-being. Dream a dream of health. Dream a dream of prosperity. Dream a dream of success. Dream a dream of love, of well-being. You're not too young, you're not too old, you're not too black, you're not too white, you're not too anything. You're just too God. Now release. Now feel into that. Just feel into that. If it scares you a little bit, that's where we want. We want you to be a little scared. Like, this is too much, I can't do it. It's a little scared. A little scared. So that your ego is losing control and you're open. You see, you're open. Outrageous. Outrageous. My dad going to law school at that age was outrageous to some people. It's like, man, you're crazy, man. Kobe winning an Oscar. Crazy, man. Oscar. My son Duncan. Well, at 3 feet, he didn't dunk. But he did play. But he got him there. Breathe. Release. Breathe. Release. We turn within this moment. We begin this prayer standing up. Back erect, straight, with a level of respect and dignity for the presence that's never an absence. This presence is called by many names. The Holy One, great God of the universe, divine love, infinite intelligence, pure beauty, life itself. By whatever name we choose to call it, its nature does not change. It is the same yesterday, today, and forever, always in a perpetual state of giving of itself totally and completely. It's not a respecter of persons, but through its laws, respecter of consciousness. There's only one of us, and this presence wants to become fully orbed in us. That would be called the Christ. Some of you may be the Christ in music. You may be the Christ in healing. You may be the Christ in creativity. Your Christ in essence may reveal itself as a way of supporting a new emergence of something good in whatever area of life you're living in. But we're saying, bring it on. We're ready. Say that, bring it on. We're ready. We're telling the great presence, the great love, the great joy, the great intelligence, the great abundance. We're saying, bring it on. We're ready. We're saying to life itself, we're no longer willing to live in a very small way of thinking. We know that real security is in unfoldment. The real security of a chicken is breaking out of its little paradigm. The real security of the caterpillar is breaking into the butterfly. Your real security is in unfolding. It's growing. It's developing. It's becoming more yourself You become secure in your growth and unfoldment, not staying the same. And so we say, hey, bring it on. We don't know what tomorrow holds, but we know it holds tomorrow. We don't know what the future holds, but we know it holds the future. It's a presence that is never an absence. And so as you begin to take your seat now, begin to sit down and holding your reverential alertness, we're aware that our outrageous dreams will ultimately become contagious means. All the great inventions that we have seen over the years have become new means. But in the beginning, they were outrageous. They were, that can't happen. That's on Star Trek. People talking to each other, looking at their phones, and they see each other. Outrageous. I'm just going to ask you a question. What is your outrageous dream? In the area of abundance, the area of creativity, the area of love, the area of support, the area of bringing peace to the planet, in the area of environmental concerns, in the area of social justice. What is your outrageous dream? In the area of your own well-being, your own peace of mind. You're not here to just develop the strength to withstand the blows of life. No. You are here to live life. Yes. What did he say? I've come that you may have life in it and have it more abundantly. So it is in this moment that the word is spoken. I just feel these days, I felt it for a long time, but I feel these days I'm just privileged. I feel so privileged and honored that I can stand here and speak the word for you, for the individuals here. I just feel honored about this. This is not like, I don't take this for granted. I feel honored. I get to stand here and emit a frequency and a vibration called the Word of God based on my connection with the Holy One, my connection with the presence. I feel honored to speak the word for each and every individual here, knowing that their life is indeed the same life of God that runs through all of us. And that our body temples are hearing us say this: my body believes me. I'm healthy. My body believes me. I am whole. My body believes me. Wellness is the order of the day. I get to speak this word for each of us now. Say it with me if you will. My mind believes me. All of my needs are met. My mind believes me. I'm surrounded by divine support. My mind believes me. Everything is working together for my good. And so in this dynamic receptivity of outrageous dreamers, everything's working together for our good. The individuals that we're connected with, we're contagious with this dynamic. It's an inner burning of fire within our soul, of knowing that life is for us and there's nothing against us. It's a laser-like awareness. We're contagious with it. Everywhere we go, peace breaks out. Opportunities unfold. And you know what? Get to this one is very important. This is very important. Take the hands of the being next to you. This is very important. I've been teaching for years that you only get to keep what you give away. So right now, I want you to have an outrageous dream for someone else. And the first person that comes to mind, don't just go down your list and say, oh, I really like this person. I don't like this person. No. The first person that comes to your mind, have an outrageous dream for them. Just dream abundance. Have a dream of joy, peace of mind, success, well-being, love. Just have an outrageous dream for that individual. Remember, you get to keep what you give away. You're getting this yourself. now have an outrageous dream for our nation. An outrageous, something that it transcends your cynicism, transcends your skepticism, transcends your impossibility thinking. An outrageous dream for our nation, an outrageous dream for our planet, an outrageous dream for all nations working together as one. They just have an outrageous, it can't happen unless somebody sees it. Why not us? Why not us? Hold that right there. I want you to feel it now. Arne's going to help you feel it. I want you to feel this because you've heard me say this over the years. The healing is revealed in the feeling. Feel it.
Our hardest lessons are our greatest blessings. Love is your grace. Surrender is your way. Reveal it to heal it. Let go of useless pride. There's no more need to hide. Reveal it to heal it. You gotta go through it to grow to it. And with love as your guide, you'll get to the other side. Love is your guide. Let me tell you what love can do. You can heal your heart with love. You can heal your hurt with love. You can heal your pain with love. And you can heal all your shame with love. Love guides us. Break it down. Love unites us. Love moves us. Love improves us. Don't it? Love defines us. And love reminds us. Love aligns us. And love defines us. You can heal your heart with love. Heal all your hurt with love. Heal all your pain with love. Heal all your shame with love. Reveal it. In order to heal it, let go of useless pride. There's no more need to hide. Reveal it. Heal it. You gotta go through it to grow to it. And with love as your guide, you'll get to the other side. I know.
Just feel into that dynamic. Okuyo, give me a little prayer in your language. It's good international community.
Monun chatapaka. Nkegmane ketano fane ba hushita. Atana ngomin dabo shigo stela kuben. Mukubani tmo ba hushita pida. Oh, one small one yabo. No ba fe. Atana no no ba fe. Le viene agape ne. Ba hushita pida. Yeah. Oh, one yabo. Oh, you are John. 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 Yes.
Reverend Cheryl, why don't you give me a couple of seconds of Spanish? She's not even Spanish. Or Mexican. She will give us a few seconds.
Oh, Dios mío, profundamente mío, estoy muy agradecida de este Dios que nos hablamos. Es de un Dios más poderoso de todo el mundo, en todo el universo. Él llénanos de su amor, llénanos de su poder, llénanos para siempre y siempre y siempre. A su gloria. Muy agradecida. Gracias.
We see my father, Francis Beckwith Jr., being acclimated to another dimension of life, hands of love surrounding him, supporting him. I know Alice Beckwith is right there. Peace of mind, free from the pains of body temple. Soar to unknown realms of continuing unfoldment. Embrace Michaela and Kilu, Shay, Saya, Tyler, Keely Beckwith, and Anthony Charles Beckwith, Michael Bernard Beckwith. We embrace the entire family. And everybody you're holding in prayer right now, you just feel outrageously that right where they are, God is. Right now. And we give thanks for this. And more than words can say or convey, we allow it to be so. And so it is. I have to get with the family right now. Reverend Julie is going to come forward and take over the rest of the service. And Reverend Arlene will give us our invitation.
You give him some more love. How about giving Reverend Michael some more love?
Thank you for your supportive prayers. God bless you.
So now we want to welcome you. I'll take that. We want to welcome you to the very best part of this service, as Reverend Michael says. This is your opportunity to give back. It's your opportunity to participate and circulate. So as the ushers are coming forward right now, I want to invite you to consider, as you prepare your offering, consider what it's like to have a spiritual leader get up here minutes after his dad passes and deliver a talk that is inspirational, that is packed with truth, that makes a difference. Consider what it means in your own life to have your teacher role model a way that we can all live. That no matter what challenges you're facing, no matter what you're going through, there's a way to be in it and rise up anyway. So I invite you to take that into consideration as you prepare your offerings. We want to take a moment to speak with our streamers and our archivers who show up in such a big way, constantly, consistently. We thank you. You know, we are a donation-based organization, and so you can make your donations online on the Safe Secure website. You can also text to donate at 424-321-6243. You text the word give, and you can make your givings there. So we thank you so much. And I just want to take a moment and bless these baskets already. Bless them already, knowing that whatever your offerings are, that you give in a way that stretches you, that is honorable towards your own outrageous dream, the outrageous dream of this Agape International Spiritual Center, to look around and see all the diversity, all the different colors, shapes, sizes, beliefs, that a place like this is possible, and to know that as you give in a way that makes a difference and helps us expand outwards. I'm grateful already. And with gratitude, I allow it to be, saying, and so it is. Ushers, go forth and multiply. Thank you, and thank you all for your participation.
Oh, the Spirit of God is upon me. Oh, come on, y'all. The Spirit of God is upon me. Oh, the Spirit of God is upon me. Yes, it is. Oh, the Spirit of God is upon me. Oh, I used to think that I had to. I used to think that I should. The Scripture told me that I had to be good. But now I love because I want to. I love because I am free, blinded by the Spirit of the Lord. The Spirit of God is upon me, yes it is. Oh, say, it's upon me, oh, yes it is. It's upon me, oh. Hey, thought it was my duty. I thought it was my job. Somewhere I believe in loving God. Loving God can be hard. But loving God is the one. Oh, and loving God is the ecstasy. Hey, I'm blinded by the Spirit of yes, it's upon me. Yes, it is. All upon me. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it all? No, Hey! Proceed, money, everybody! Everybody sing, oh! Oh! Spirit of God is upon me. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Oh! Upon me, oh! Hey!
So we're going to invite you to participate here. Extend your heart through your hands and reach them out towards these baskets. And let's say a prayer, just blessing God. So grateful and thankful for this one power, one presence, one source, one life. To know that right here in these baskets, all needs are met, that everything Agape needs, wants, desires for its most outrageous iteration in this universe is coming into manifestation full tilt right here. That everything you need, want, desire is coming into manifestation. That there's a law of circulation that has been activated through our giving this day. I'm so grateful and thankful already, and I allow it to be, saying, and so it is. Amen. Thank you so much for being with us today. We've got Reverend Arlene who's going to close us out with a benediction.
God morning, Agape. A few things before we leave the sanctuary. We have a wonderful workshop going on, and it's by Love Offering only, and it's by our practitioners who are amazing teachers. And the workshop is on the 5th floor, and it's called The Vibrations of Prayer. It's in the office tower that is right on the side on Hamilton Street.
Blessed always for the arms of God surround us. Let our joy be so triumphant that we rest in God and say amen. Blessed always, blessed always, for the arms of God surround us. Let our joy be so triumphant that we rest in God, rest in God, we rest in God. Let our joy be so triumphant that we rest in God,
We rest in God and say,
And we say amen together, knowing that right where we are, the fullness of God is. God is life itself. God is your life. God is the living breath you're breathing right now. And so we walk this day in outrageous dreams. Imagine that you are the outrageous dreams of your ancestors. And you get to fulfill that this day in your life, in your work, your words, your actions, your deeds. You are the outrageous dreams. Be it, feel it, know it, see it, stand in it. And in this knowing, we are grateful. We send Reverend Michael and his family on their way in divine love, knowing that the presence of God carries them, sustains them, maintains them, and holds them right now. Peace, be still. And so it is. It is done. It is done. It is done. Amen. Hug somebody. Woo! Hearts of fire, create love desire, take you high and higher to the world you belong. Hearts of fire, create love desire, high and higher to your place on the throne. We come together on this special day. Sing a message loud and clear. Marcus, looking back, we touched on sorrowful days. Wow, a future past they disappear. You will find peace of mind when you look way down in your heart and soul. Don't hesitate, no, cause the world seems cold. Stay young at heart, cause you'll never, 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 you never, never, you never, 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 never grow old. That's the way of the world, of the world. You plant the flower and you grow a pearl. The child is born with a heart of gold. Come on, y'all. Way of the world. This is hard, sometimes cold, but don't let your heart be cold. Don't let your heart, don't let your heart, let your heart, let your heart.